Hello, my name is Tiffany Woodley, and today we're going to be discussing about the effects of poor attendance and the impact it has on student achievement. This data exhibits that student A and B are below grade level and at risk at the beginning of the year in the areas of nonsense word fluency for goals to be met towards the end of the year. Presently, student A has been tardy for 117 times, present 148 days, and absent 31 days. Student B has been tardy for 1 day, present for 107 days, and absent for 68 days during the school year. If students do not attend school regularly, they are lacking in the foundational skills they need and are unable to recognize and identify letters and their sounds automatically and proficiently, and students will be unable to blend and decode three-letter words. According to the data, student A and B are able to hear and manipulate sounds and words and recognize correct letter sounds, but much practice has not been made with reading real words in conjunction with sight words in a passage. If students are not practicing at home with limited resources, and they are only attending 3 days out of the week, then the only foundation of knowledge they receive is in the classroom, which is not enough for additional repetition and practice. Currently, this research is being conducted at Chisholm Elementary School and is a Title I school. These students will be used of who perform below grade level in first grade that attend regularly, and they will be compared to those students that are chronically absent but perform below grade level. These participants will range from 6 to 7 years of age. The current demographics are 95% African American and 5% Hispanic, 15 African American female participants, 18 male participants, and 3 Hispanic participants. Students will be determined based on the number of days missed in those students who attend regularly but perform below grade level. Students will be categorized by the content area that they are deficit in, which includes reading and math. Students will be interviewed by 2 first grade teachers, a research conductor, and a principal. Students will complete a quantitative skill assessment through the use of a survey. This will be provided at the beginning of the study of how they feel about learning and attending school, and then once more at the end of the study. The mixed method will consist of parents to complete a survey on the overall experience that they've had with their child's schooling in relation to their feelings, beliefs, suggestions, and experiences within the past 2 years. Parents will complete a qualtrics survey scoring from 1 to 10 based on their feelings, rating scale of their experiences based on the overall efficacy of their child's experiences at school. This will allow the researcher to validate the parents' responses, feelings, perceptions, and to see how the parents foresee the school establishment in its entirety, which could be a contributing factor in the increased number of absences. Students will be administered a Start Early Literacy test and DIBELS as a pre-test, and they will receive high-quality instruction of reading and math with a total of 220 minutes and an additional 30 minutes of intensive instruction 3 times a week. The goal is for students to achieve 20% growth performance and a total of 80% participation in parent and student surveys. Students will receive high-quality instruction that are aligned to Common Core standards through the use of Sunday System, the Reading Wonders, WonderWorks Intervention, and Go Math curriculum. Students will be administered the Start Early Literacy and DIBELS assessment at the end of the year. Students are not to miss no more than 6 days per quarter semester, nor be tardy for more than 3 days per quarter semester. If students wish to withdraw their student in the study, they may wish to do so at any time. First grade teachers will utilize a pre- and post-assessment through the Start Early Literacy and Math assessment as an indicator of where students fall under the performance of student mastery and student progression. This test will consist of 20 multiple choice questions via computer. The reading portion will consist of components of phonics, vocabulary, and language. Parents will complete a qualtrics survey based on their feelings and efficacy of their child's school. The parent will participate in a 15 open-ended question. The teacher will collaborate with all stakeholders to ensure that students are receiving quality instruction. This will include working with parents, reading and math instructional coaches, accountability interventionists, administrators, and the leadership committee. Parental involvement plays a crucial role in student achievement because students will need to attend regularly in order for data not to be skewed. Parents will be provided resources to assist their child with homework, as well as a way to communicate with a teacher inside and outside of the school. all instructional coaches will be made available for the teacher to aid and assistance in additional strategies to improve instructional practices for struggling learners. Students will be given a pre-assessment in the STAR Early Literacy, Reading, and Math to screen skill deficiencies in grade level skills under the Renaissance 360. Students will also complete a survey on how they feel about coming to school. Students will be consented to arrive on time and miss no more than 6 days per quarter semester. They will receive a total of 120 minutes of high-quality instruction using the Sunday system, Reading Wonders, WonderWorks Intervention, Go Math, and Go Math Intervention. An additional intervention with 30 minutes will be given 3 times a week for reading and math. The goal is for students to achieve 20% growth in performance and a total of 80% participation in parents and students through the use of instruction, questionnaires, and surveys. If the goal is not met, then the analysis of the study will continue to look at other determined factors and possibilities in the weaknesses in growth. Students will be administered the STAR Early Literacy, Reading, and Math Assessment, as well as the DIBELS Progress Monitoring Assessment at the end of the year to show adequate growth in the areas of reading and math. Students testing 2 times during the year may experience various growth or regression patterns due to circumstances beyond their control. This can affect students' testing ability and will in turn threaten the valid growth or regression parts. The threat will be controlled by administering the pre- and post-tests to students in both groups at the same time for both administrations. Students' testing may also be affected by attitude, misconstrued instructions, sickness, sadness, and a refusal to perform to the best of their ability. The threat will be controlled by the researcher, assisting the teachers in making the extra reading intervention time as much fun as engaging as possible and help students to develop a serious attitude towards test taking. The leadership committee will be responsible in obtaining, gathering, examining, and analyzing data. The collection of the data will be locked away in a key lock container. Student names will not be provided, only given student numbers. For ESL students, a translator will translate their language. The translator will sign a consent form prior to conducting research. All participation is voluntary. Parents may wish to withdraw their child at any time. At the end of the study, all participants, the student and the parent, will receive a copy of the results. Special populations will be considered in the research, but will be reported in their own category. The students will be tested with the STAR Early Literacy Assessment alternate or an accommodated STAR Early Literacy per their IEP or ESL plan. At the end of the study, students will be assessed on the dynamic indicators of early literacy skills standardized assessment and will be accommodated according to their IEP or ESL plan. The assessable population will consist of first grade students that range from ages 6 to 7. The study has been approved by the University of West Alabama's Internal Review Board for the Protection of Human Subjects. The results of the study will improve student attendance because schools may begin implementing ways to help students to attend school by offering support and services to parents for those students that are unable to attend school regularly. This will allow schools to hire additional supportive staff to help those parents. To see student attendance improve and for academic achievement to improve, the researcher will need to take into consideration of all accounts of stakeholders. Teachers believe that there was some improvement in student growth in those students who perform below grade level, but who attend regularly, compared to those students who perform below grade level and who are chronically absent. If all action plan steps are followed, there should be a distinct increase in student learning and student attendance. The goal is to increase student attendance, as well as increase student growth in those students performing below grade level in the content areas of reading and math. One thing I would change is to do a phone interview rather than a paper survey. This will assist in parents who stay busy and are unable to come to the school to participate in the survey study. Secondly, I think that would be beneficial would be to compare other students from other grades at Chisholm that have poor attendance and poor academic achievement.